the first things that I ask my clients about when I'm working with them is, who are the 5 people that are closest to you in life? So that could be your partner, your best friend, your coworkers, your parents, your children, all of those things. And if you take the qualities, the skills, the habits, their approach towards life of those 5 people, and you sort of mix them up and put them in a blender and make a smoothie out of them, like that smoothie is essentially you, because those ingredients are the influences that are going directly into your psyche, let's say. For example, what are their health habits like? Are they taking the future into consideration, or is it like, live in the here and now despite the consequences? And what is their view of humans and the world and life on Earth? Is it more positive or negative? What's their communication style? Do they interrupt a lot? Do they complain a lot? Do they challenge you and themselves, their own narrative? Or is it more like protecting their own egos? Do they show interest and curiosity in things, or do they find it boring? Are they excited about the future, or is it like doomsday? All of those things influence you. But I want to take that to the next step, which is that the news you consume, whether it's TV, radio, newspapers, online, even YouTube, social media influencers, the TV shows that you watch, the movies that you watch, the books that you read, those have a direct line to your brain, your mood, your psyche, and they're not to be ignored. Like, I even notice it when I'm reading a book. That book affects like everything about the way I see my life, or I see the world throughout that week or month or however long it is that I'm reading the book. So one thing I want to point out is social media, and especially mass media, rely heavily on negative news because it creates a stronger emotional reaction from you. And that strong emotional reaction keeps you coming back for more. It's kind of addicting. It like pulls you in more. It makes you feel like you're more engaged, like you're more active in society. And the more controversial it is, the greater public it brings, and the more it like tends to be shared and spread. And even if that's negative, even if people are judging that, it does bring more attention. So like attention equals success. Social media and media relies on that equation. What that means is we are more and more having this like negative, pessimistic view of the world, society, life in general, life on Earth, and we're bringing that into our hearts and brains and minds. I think that one thing that we can do to combat that is to limit the amount of mass media or negative news events that we're allowing into our brain. Even the books that you read, like limit the negativity that you allow in, and also combat it with other things that are of a more positive nature. So follow people like me or other people who have like a growth mindset, who like love life, love the world, and are willing to challenge those, let's say, narratives that are being put out by other sources of media right now. That's all. Sending love. Bye.